Good afternoon, everyone. Michelle Quesada here with WPTV. Thank you so much for tuning in on our Facebook Live discussion this afternoon. And this story that we're talking about today is just a really good, inspiring, feel-good story. Something that I covered 6 years ago and had an update this year. Very exciting stuff. I want to introduce you to Brandon Burford. He's going to be on the conversation today with us. Hi, Brandon.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, are you nervous?
A little bit.
A little bit. Okay, so Brandon lives in Port St. Lucie. He's 18 years old. He just graduated from high school this year, right? Which school, Brandon?
Which school?
Yeah.
Centennial High School.
Centennial High School. So Brandon is a huge Gwen Stefani fan. Has been all his life.
Mm-hmm.
And you just took a picture with her recently, right? We have that photo at her Las Vegas concert. If we can pull up that picture real quick. And there's like an amazing, look at that. Isn't that so cool? And that, what are you holding in your hands there, Brandon?
That's my graduation cap.
So that's your graduation cap. And tell me, why'd you choose to decorate it that way? Like, how does it relate to Gwen?
Well, because, you know, bananas are her thing, and then the oranges and the roses and the sunflowers, you know, she wears stuff with those flowers. And I decorated like that because, you know, she helped me through my school years. So I figured what better way to decorate my cap than Gwen themed.
Yeah. And so I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, like, how in the world did this young man from Port St. Lucie end up on stage with Gwen Stefani? So this story goes back 6 years, and I want to show you the first story I did with Brandon 6 years ago. I was just here at PTV for the first 2 years of my career in West Palm Beach, and I met Brandon. And so let's show you that story.
It made me happy to see him happy. That's all you ever want as a mother, is to see your child happy. And her music does it. And I'll always love her for that.
Every day, a Port St. Lucie boy came home crying after being bullied. His mom told him to keep his head high. It was actually Gwen Stefani's music that helped him do that. This video of Gwen Stefani and Brandon Burford is going viral. More than 1 million people have viewed this video of the voice judge who pulled the Port St. Lucie boy onto stage last night at the Perfect Vodka Amphitheater, making Brandon's ultimate dream come true. New tonight, our Michelle Quesada spoke to Brandon and his mom about the moment they'll never forget.
My son was bullied from first to fifth grade. He would come home every day upset, but he'd go to his room, listen to your music, and smile. Get up here right now!
A once-in-a-lifetime moment for Brandon Burford. Gwen Stefani grabbing the sign his mom wrote, telling thousands of fans the story of how her music helped him through being bullied.
I cried more when she said to get up there. I didn't think it was really happening. It was like unbelievable.
The 12-year-old says he was bullied every day in school for 5 years.
To see him come home upset from school, and then to put on her CDs, and to see him dance and sing and a smile on his face.
This is what the truth feels like.
Gwen Stefani's music made his troubles go away. He danced, he sang, he smiled.
I told him that if she ever toured with No Doubt or by herself, that I would get him tickets to the front row no matter what it took.
And finally, on Wednesday night, Maria Burford was able to make that happen for her son. And then a miracle followed.
Last night was his moment. All about Brandon, rock star.
I know Gwen said a couple words to you without the microphone, and everybody's asking what she said to you. What did she say?
She said, "Thank you for listening to my music, and you're awesome."
Backstage, Stefani kissed Brandon's sign and signed it. Brandon says he's framing it. Today, he's still wearing the concert wristband and the t-shirt he had on when Gwen hugged him.
When she hugged you, like, did you think, I'm never taking this shirt off again?
Yeah.
He'll never forget that moment, and Maria says she'll never be able to thank Gwen for what she did for Brandon.
She means a lot. Like, you know, and I wanted her to know that from one mother to another.
Michelle Quesada reporting. Gwen Stefani posted on Facebook tonight about 3 years ago. She said when things were hard.
All right. And Brandon, so obviously you're the same young man that was in that story we just saw from 6 years ago, but transformed. I mean,
Yeah.
what was it like that moment? I mean, I can't imagine what your life was like after that, just getting that confidence from Gwen.
Yeah, she gave me a lot of confidence. I mean, I went back to school happier. I wasn't worried about bullies anymore. It changed me a lot. She saved my life.
Incredible. And I mean, to meet Gwen Stefani, well, eventually you did take off that shirt, the concert t-shirt you had on. I know, I remember when I interviewed you back then, you were just so excited, was still wearing the wristband, and you had a chance. I know, right? It feels like a lifetime ago, but I can't imagine, you know, forget that's where your journey began, right? After that, I feel like you started to live again.
Yeah.
And tell me about this latest. Well, actually, I want to show that sign real quick, the one that your mom wrote, because you didn't even know your mom was going to write that sign 6 years ago. We have a photo of it. That was you. That was a sign that his mom was holding up at the concert. And that was a sign that out of all the signs, Gwen Stefani said, thousands of fans, all these signs, that's the sign that she spotted. Okay. And he has it framed in his room now. And you, yeah, you have it right behind you. I see it over your shoulder. And so you didn't know your mom was going to do that.
Right. I didn't. I had no, because we had another sign, and it was something about like, oh, if I get a selfie with you, no chores for a year. And that's the sign I knew about. And I had no idea about this sign. So, yeah.
When Gwen read that, did you ever think that you were going to get pulled on stage at that time?
I didn't know what was, well, as soon as she like pointed at it, I started crying. So I didn't know really what was going on. I did not expect her to pull me up on stage. I thought she was just going to read it and maybe like selfie from the stage. But then she called me up and I was like, what?
And you told me when the first thing she told you when you came up on stage and she hugged you, what did she tell you?
She said, well, first, after she pulled me over, she said, I'm sorry, I'm sweaty. Gross. I said, no, it's okay. And then she said, thank you for listening to my music. You're awesome. And then we took a picture.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the video. You were in tears. This was a really emotional moment for you as a kid.
Yeah.
Incredible. And now, 6 years later, we have a new video. So tell me what you've been to several concerts. I know you did a meet and greet with her backstage back in 2019. So you got to see her again. But this last trip for this last concert, tell me about it. How did you plan that? What were you celebrating?
When she announced like this was her last shows, we knew we had to go. So my mom took me, and then I planned
Vegas, right? Las Vegas.
Yes. Oh yeah, in Las Vegas. And I had planned with all my friends online because over the years I got friends because of Gwen, all Gwen fans. So we all planned to meet up, and this was my first time meeting all of them. And so we did the shows in October, and then we went back in November. And that's when it happened. So it was on November 5th.
November 5th. And you brought your graduation cap with you.
I did.
So that's how she spotted you, the graduation cap. Let's take a look at that video from the Las Vegas concert a few weeks ago.
Did you know that? As many times as I've been here, so I just want to say I love you so much. This is actually a famous person down here that actually. Okay, 5 or 6 years ago, there's like, I'm doing it, not an arena, but like a shed show, thousands of people. And I look down and I see the most gorgeous boy I've ever seen, like, he's about 10 or 11 years old. And he has a sign, and of all the signs in the whole place, I decide to look at the sign and says, I have been bullied my entire life. The only reason I am still alive is because I listen to your music. And I thought, first of all, I'm your mom. That's weird. They listen to my music. Second of all, you're gorgeous, and I can't imagine. Anyways, We follow each other. I watch you grow into that. Okay. So proud of you and your journey. And you're such an example of someone that just said, you guys, look at what I am. Lick your face right now, I will. Okay, take a picture. I'm so sweaty tonight because of you guys. Thank you. You got it.
How amazing is that? Oh my goodness.
I
To
know.
that happen again. And that was completely unplanned.
Right. Yes.
She just pulled you up on stage again. How does that experience make this whole thing come full circle? Because you wanted to thank her for getting you through grade school. And like, look at this, another experience with her on stage.
And now I'm back with her on stage, graduated and everything. It was really cool.
How were these experiences for you? You know, how did just meeting her really give you the ability to just have so much more confidence in yourself, to believe in yourself? I know she gave you some advice on stage the first time you met her. Tell me about that.
Yeah. So I mean, she gave me all this confidence because, you know, I look up to her. She's my idol, and she's Gwen Stefani. So, of course, I'm going to listen to her over all these other people because people still say things to me. People have said stuff. And, you know, I don't really care because I know Gwen Stefani told me to be who I am and that I'm perfect the way I am.
That's incredible. And, you know, one of our viewers who are joining in, thank you so much for all the love and support, the great comments, people saying, let's go, Brandon. Congratulations, Brandon. You're amazing. Joanne said, only thing Gwen did is bring out the courage you already had within, which I believe that 100%. Everything you had it in you. And Gwen gave you the confidence to show that. So tell me about yourself now, because you've graduated high school, you're working, you're aspiring to become a flight attendant, what you want to do.
Yeah.
And tell me about that. Like, how do you feel about yourself? How do you carry yourself now?
Wait, so like, what do you mean?
Yeah, like how do you feel about yourself compared to that boy you saw in that video 6 years ago? How do you feel about yourself now?
I feel like I'm like a lot more open now. I'm like talking more. I'm more confident about myself. I'm like completely different because back then I was like scared and shy and stuff. And now I'm completely different, all because of her.
And how cool is meeting Gwen? I mean, I imagine so many of her fans are super jealous. You said you have a group of friends that you've developed over the years that are fans. I'm sure they're so envious of all those experiences. I know I would be.
Yeah.
And his entire room, people, is full of Gwen Stefani memorabilia and
all
pictures,
over.
wall posters. So we're showing all of that tonight at 6:15. We have a great, inspiring South Florida story for you, Brandon's story from 6 years ago and up till now. And Brandon, before I let you go, because I know you have to get to work today, tell me a little bit about what advice you would give to other young kids, your age, or even when you were 12 years old and you were going through this difficult time in your life. What advice would you give to them knowing what you know now?
People will say stuff to you. You just have to block it all out because you have to know you are perfect the way you are and to just be yourself and don't listen to anybody and what negativity they have to say. Because at the end of the day, it's not going to matter in like 10 years, 5 years, it's not going to matter. So just stay being who you are, and that's all that matters.
Incredible. Thank you so much, Brandon, a young Port St. Lucie teenager who overcame most of the difficult things a lot of kids go through in school, bullying and different things in school. It's tough. It's really tough to be a young kid growing up. And obviously, in your case, you had such a once in a lifetime experience that was repeated again years later. How lucky are you to have Gwen Stefani pull you on stage twice? And we'll have more on Brandon's interview tonight at 6. Thank you all so much again for all the beautiful comments, all the love and support. And Brandon, thank you again for letting me tell your story again for the second time.
Thank you.
All right. Have a great day at work, Brandon. Thank you all so much for watching.
You too.
Bye-bye.